Hi, I didn't realize this had started. I'm Kimberly, and I'm here to tell you guys a little bit about my familiar, unfamiliar experience here in Jamaica. So I chose to pick an experience that maybe like most girls, I do not so often, but sort of often in the States, is shopping. So I went this past weekend. I was in Ocho Rios, and my friend had come into town, and we were like, we're gonna go shopping because she hasn't really had a chance to be a tourist, and I live in a really non-touristy area. Um, so we went to this little market, and I know if you read my previous posts of anything that Jamaicans typically speak patois, which is their local like Creole, and it's kind of broken English. So you walk into this market, and it's kind of crowded. It's a little intense. There's so many people, and the second they see the color of our skin, people just flock at us, trying to sell us things, anything, any and everything. So we walked in, and we were a little overwhelmed. I'd experienced this before, but my friend Chelsea, who was with me, had not. So she was kind of just like looking at me big-eyed and a little nervous. So I'm looking around, and we're getting treated like tourists. They don't know that I've lived here since September, etc. And they start talking in patois about us, like we can't hear them. So I started responding to them, and oh my goodness, it was a little crazy. And then I walked over, and there's a thing called a China shop. It's kind of like a dollar store here. It's just owned by a Chinaman, so they call it a China shop. So I was just at a China shop about, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I had seen a dress there that I thought was, I was like, oh, that's a cute dress, but it stuck out in my mind, but I didn't feel the need to buy it. But they were selling it for 500 J, which is like $6 American. And here, my friend likes the dress, so she's like, how much is this dress, sir? And the guy's like, $20. And I'm just like, you crazy, man. You can't sell us a dress that is $500 in the China shop. And we going off, and he just, oh man, he was like, you speak patois, like, da 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 da. He's just like, you can't talk like this, you're gonna ruin my business, like, da 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 da. And I was like, I'm sorry, man, like, I don't want to ruin your business, but there's no way I'm gonna pay $20 for a dress that I could buy for $6, like, as if I was treated as a Jamaican. So this is really cool for me. He told me that a yardie girl is like a local, like, if you're a yardie girl, you're like born here. So he goes, you're a yardie girl, huh? And I was just I don't know, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, my patois is finally good enough to be a yardie girl. So after leaving that area, we walked just to another store, and I'm on this little high of thinking I'm a yardie girl, and like I'm a local, and la la la, like I'll never get ripped off. And so a guy comes up to me trying to sell these little figurines, and I just told him I wasn't interested, and like, no thank you, but in patois, and was talking to him. And then he was like, why do you think you know patois? And I was like, so I'm all excited. So I'm like, I'm a yardie girl. And he starts going off. He's like, no, you're not. You don't live here. You're an American. La la la. Like, you weren't born here. You're not a yardie girl. Even if you live here for years, you'll never be a yardie girl. And so my like really happy moment kind of just like shot me down a little bit. So I guess that would be a mistake that I made, saying that I was a yardie girl when I guess technically I'm not, but it's definitely exciting to feel like I was a local for a little bit of a moment. But as far as what you see, it's just different than America because things are so much less organized, and it's very much a barter system, whereas I've not really experienced bartering as much in the States. Like, people will just tell you a price, and that's kind of what you pay for it. But here, like, I don't know, I was given the advice that whatever they offer you, cut it like in third. Like, if they're saying, give me this for $15, say you'll pay $5. And then, I don't know. So it's definitely a more adventurous shopping experience than in the States, where you would walk into a retail store and just buy something for a set price. And the China store that I was talking about earlier is very different than just a typical dollar store. People are just on you the second you walk in, and trying to sell you things, and I don't know, it's just very different. As far as smell, just kind of, well, there was a jerk stand like down the road, so I could smell the jerk chicken, which is different because I probably wouldn't be smelling jerk chicken. Maybe Kentucky Fried Chicken if I was in the States. And I felt excited that I was being called a yardie girl, and that I felt comfortable because I'd experienced it before. But Chelsea definitely, my friend, was a little out of her element and a little concerned. I didn't taste anything besides, no. Oh, we bought a bag juice. A bag juice is like a little, it's a little like plastic bag that has juice in it, and they're frozen. It's pretty much like a popsicle, but you just like bite off the, I'm actually showing you bite off the corner and then you suck on the corner and the juice comes out. And so I had a pineapple bag juice, which I love, so that was really good. So I was tasting that through the whole experience. And the locals definitely, when they see white skin, think tourists, so they just keep talking in patois and think people can't understand them. So it's always funny, and whenever they hear you speak in patois, they go, oh, you know patois? And they're so shocked. So that's always a funny experience that I still don't get used to. And I guess I'm looking at the requirements for this still. I don't have any response to any posts yet because I haven't read any posts yet, so I guess I'll do that in writing. So I just went shopping in Jamaica, and it was definitely a different experience. So sorry that this video was so long. I didn't see a time limit. But I had fun talking with you guys, so I'll see you later.